that's really hot. Well, this is it. This is it. I actually can't believe this is happening. We're in the final. We're in the final. Levi. We're in a final. England are in the Euro final. We're in a final. I'll be honest, I don't really know what the plan or the main aim of this video is. I think it's just that I just want to talk about football. Because I feel like every single English person right now is in the same position of like, we don't really know how to think. This is a once in a generation thing and we're in a final. We're bored. I'm so fucking bored. Oh, with the Euros, a lot of football going on, a lot of transfer news going on. You need one place to keep on all tabs of your football news. That's why this video has been sponsored by OneFootball. Have you heard of it? Of course you have. It is a free to download app on the App Store or Google Play Store on iPhone or Android. Any country, any league, it's got you sorted. All transfer news, all football match stats, even San Marino. If you're a big San Marino fan, then you can keep up to date with them as well with all the news. So of course, I'm a Burnley fan, so that means that I can favourite Burnley, and for any new transfer news, it will pop up on my phone as a notification and I can scroll down. So as of right now, Burnley are currently linked with Liverpool's Nat Phillips, so I will always keep up to date. The link is in the description to go and download OneFootball, and I do want to say thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Now I could deep it and say that tomorrow is our destiny, but I feel like that'll be a bit too, you know, too far. It's just sick. We're in a final and everyone is happy. Other than everyone else that is not English or Italian. And I feel like I should actually talk about the entire anti-England thing that's been very prominent in the last week or so, and especially in the last 2 days. Like, Jesus, mate. Jesus, man. I never actually realized how much people hate England until this tournament. Now, my God, people hate us so much. And the worst part is the fact that the team is actually, like, great human beings. The actual team itself is fine. It's just that England have some idiots. Like, every country has idiots. And it seems like England, we do seem to have a lot more media that publicizes English fans being idiots on a much more bigger scale compared to other people. So I do want to mention a few little things here before I get into my actual thoughts on the game. This isn't like an actual well thought out edited piece. It's just literally like, I'm an England fan. In the first time in my life, I'm going to see us in a final of any competition, okay? And I can't believe it. I will say I am slightly gutted, okay, on the inside from a selfish point of view that, you know, I live in Poland. Of course, the second night we leave Poland is the second night we could win a goddamn tournament. Yeah, it is what it is. If it was a normal world without this COVID nonsense, I could just fly over easily, but sadly, they charge you like £300 for all these COVID tests, or $250 now or something, and then also they expect you to isolate, and also there's not even a guarantee that I could even be able to leave the country. I was in England like 2 weeks ago for the Czech game, and I was going over to see family, and when I was on a flight, I was being threatened to not be allowed on the plane, and that to leave my pregnant fiance who's 24 weeks to go off without me back to Poland when I literally live in Poland. They were literally threatening to do that until they come to their senses, like they can't just leave my pregnant fiance go without me there. They only allow me to leave because of a medical reason, because of her. So if I go to England, there's no guarantees that I could even come back. So for people asking why am I not in England for the final, that's why I can't risk it. I can't risk not being able to come back. There's a lot of things that's been said about England last few days, and I do want to say the penalty incidents. I've got my own opinion on this, really, and the fact of the matter is that I don't think Sterling dived. I really don't think he dived. If you actually watch it in like normal time, because everyone, they're just like slow motion merchants. Everyone acts like they're the most perfect person in the world that's got the perfect balance and knows everything about everything. You don't. Neither do I. If you played a Sterling penalty incident in normal time, just no slow motion, no freeze framing, literally just watch it as it happened, how can people not expect him to go down? I don't believe he dived, personally. I believe he just naturally lost his balance. That happens a lot if you play football. That you lose your balance. He's dribbled like 20 yards, weaving in and out in like extra time. Of course he's knackered. So if you want to blame anyone, blame the refs. Okay, it's a soft penalty. Yeah, it's a soft penalty. We've seen them given and we've seen them not given. If I was a Denmark fan, let's say that happened to Denmark, I would look at that and be like, I've seen them given. It's harsh. That's my thoughts on the penalty. And then there was a guy with a laser pen. I mean, the main question is, why are you bringing a laser pen to football? Like, I don't know why. Who in their bag of like goodies of the football year? They've got like the beer, they've got the England flag, they've got the shirt, some munch for halftime, and then also a laser pen. I don't know what's going on there, mate. Of course, the guy's an absolute idiot because it just makes it another like, oh, look at English fans do this because we don't need to give people more reason to dislike English people. I've not spoke about the German girl thing because I'm not involved. I'm not involved. People having to go at me as if I've done anything. I've done nothing. I didn't tweet out a single thing. As soon as I saw her face pop up on the screen when I'm watching the game, I knew that it was going to become a thing because it's just obvious. It's against Germany of all teams. Okay, we beat them 2-0. Yeah, you know there's going to be idiots. And yeah, they're idiots. I just thought I'll add that because people have been spamming me in my comments, especially since the Denmark video and the Ukraine about that. I don't know what you guys have to go at me in my comment section about how bad England fans are is going to change anything because I'm not involved in it. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the football, yeah. And right now, I'm not even nervous, but I know that as soon as I take one drink of anything, an hour or two before the kickoff, then I know that I'm going to be absolutely nervous, okay? I can't drink until like 2 hours before kickoff because I got football tomorrow, so I can't do anything, which I'm kind of happy for because it means that I can like enjoy the day. Gives me something to think about before the actual big game. I'll be honestly relatively calm until an hour or two before kickoff. Of course, I'll be in Poland and I'm like one of the only English people here. Here's a video of me at the fan park. Well, I say fan park, it had about like 40, 50 people. It was massive for Polish games, of course. But for other games, it's not as many. I would expect there to be a lot more people there for the final, like about at least over 100 people, I presume. I'll play the video of my reaction to the goal. Now, people have given me stick, saying, oh, it's a weird reaction. I don't know how would you expect me to react. Now, yes, it is weird to see just one guy by himself. I don't care what people think. And literally every single person there, like, there was like 40, 50 behind the camera. Like, you could hear them behind the camera. They all wanted Denmark to win because of the underdog, or they just don't like England. And I found it fantastic. I really did. I loved it. I loved it. When full time happened, I literally ran around the entirety of fan park, high-fiving everyone. It was great. And I absolutely adore when the initial save is made from Schmeichel and everyone said, hey, and literally you can see my reaction of me that I put my arms down and I thought we actually just it. They start cheering and then Kane bags it and then it's just pure silence. It's absolute pure silence and then it's me just screeching. I'm a football fan. I go home and away for Burnley week in, week out for the last 5-6 years of my life. I'm a football fan. I live for this. Like, I would want nothing more than to be at a fan park or to be with my mates in a pub in Burnley or to be at a stadium. Like, I would literally die. This is literally what my life is, like my peak of life is. And for most English people it is. And that could be the relative alcohol problem of the UK. And I'm not going to lie, that is a relatively large issue. But for when times that this happens, yeah, people love it. People love it. In terms of any sort of analysis on this Italy v England game, this is more just a fan talk. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about our thoughts. And I honestly think that we will beat them. I honestly think that. I think Italy, the further they've gone in this tournament, they kind of not weaker they've looked, but the more prone to mistakes they look. I've seen a lot of midfield, poor passes from Italy, which caused Spain to counter and cause them issues. And if Spain had a decent striker and a clinical edge to them, then Spain would have gone through somewhat comfortably, I think. Second half, it was poor, and the entirety of extra time was literally all Spain. And I think England has got better further on in the tournament from where we started. I think we've got better as we've went on. Now again, call me biased, but I'm going to live and I'm going to die on this hill that I don't think we would lose to anyone in this entire tournament other than Portugal and France. I've said this in every video I've done about predictions or the Euros. I've said this since day one. France or Portugal, anyone else is fair game. And I'll keep saying this. I think we're going to win the Euros. I think we will. Don't know how. if it's in 90 minutes or extra time or penalties. Penalties would be absolutely typical. I know it's not rocket science, and I know that you guys are well aware that you're not coming here expecting me to say that I think we're going to lose. Of course, you know that I'm going to say that I think we'll win, but I'm actually, and call me crazy, like, I can go into the analysis of which players do what. I think Kyle Walker is a fantastic player. Defensively, he's so good. Luke Shaw has impressed me so much. John Stones and Maguire has been solid. Pickford has been immense. I owe an apology to Jordan Pickford because I've been, Nick Pope, #1 forever because I'm a Burnley fan. It makes sense. And even if I wasn't a Burnley fan, I still would think he's a better goalkeeper. Pickford, I don't know why, but for England, he is just a different beast. Rice and Phillips, been solid. Rice's role in the team is so... People give him stick because they don't notice it because he's literally just there to literally just intercept the play. He's not there to do some mad dribbles throughout the midfield and take on 8 players and score from 50 yards out. He's just there to be that awkward man in between the lines to try and stop balls going through and crosses and cutbacks, and he's done that fantastic throughout the entire tournament. Mason Mount, I think, will start this game, and Sterling, player of the tournament. Like, literally player of the tournament. He's literally been a massive part of every single game, other than Scotland, I guess, obviously. He scored or assisted in every game, and I can't see a world that he's not played a tournament. Harry Kane, I'll be honest, was poor at the start of tournament. He had like 1 shot a game against Croatia and Scotland. And even I think against Czech Republic, he's not been good at the start of it. And thankfully, he's come to his own. He's getting more and more dangerous as the tournament goes on, and that is massive. And Saka and Grealish and Sancho, all those players play a massive part. And Saka has done really well. He's very good at making the runs in behind and making defenders worried, and that is why he's on. Grealish, I think, is a fantastic super sub, and I can see why. People saying, oh, he must start, he must start, he must start. I don't think he has to. I think he's probably more effective later on in the game. That's my thoughts on the all-round England team. I am so proud of these lads. I'm so proud of what we've done. And I don't want to see people tarnish it with what some England fans have done, because I feel like it's bigger than that. It's the players, and the players have done nothing but respect people. You may say the media and the fans and whatever else, but just respect the players, okay? If you don't like England or England fans, at least respect the fact that the team that you've seen have all been spot on the entire way through. That's my thoughts. That's my just genuine interest in this game. If it does come home, the amount of people that's going to be absolutely raging is going to be incredible. And I hope it does. I hope it does. Just because that moment, that every single person that's giving us stick and giving me stick, I do sincerely apologise for absolutely nothing of what will be said. Okay? And if we do lose, then I may go in hiding for a week. Not today. I see you all then. Stay safe. And if you're an England fan, then good luck. And if you're literally anyone else that probably also doesn't want England to win, then I'll see you soon. Peace out, boys.